You don't think?
Oh no, I suspect they can. Yeah, I think.
Chris, when you show off Rusk, how are you going to show it off? Like what environment?
Oh, that's
Are
right.
you
My Unity died on me. I had to mandatory or force close it. Let me go see if I can figure out how to get started again.
because it's on the live server if you need to do that or QA or whatever.
Ooh, it's on live server. Is it fairly up to date on live?
Well, it's not up to date as mine, but it's
Up to date enough.
updated as of whatever the Thursday.
Yeah, release day.
Okay.
Same thing
There's
with
a reasonable
QA, right?
version of it.
Well, QA
Yeah.
is actually updated for what 3 or 4 days ago, right?
It's probably the same on both.
Yeah.
So it's a bit behind what I have, but it's good enough to talk about. We're going to show off just the village area. You don't need to go outside the village. There's really nothing to see out there, just in the village. Potentially mostly the docks, but there's the sort of sections. There's the docks, there's the regular sort of village, and then there's the extra factories section. I think the factory section might be a little behind, but I think it's all fine.
All right. Well, I'm trying to open Unity. It was being weird on me. It stopped responding to keystrokes and clicks except for right clicks, and then I tried to close it and it wouldn't close.
Have you restarted your computer fully? Maybe it's a computer thing.
Ooh, Hollyhock has a good question. Hey, I said Hollyhock a box, and they're still here. They didn't go away because I sent them their box. I could have sent them their box years ago, and they would have stayed. Can you guys hear us? My audio is doing something weird here. It's like going through the desktop audio and.
Yops or yups? Is this Hollyhock?
All right. Well, I think it's doing.
Oh, yeah, they can hear us.
Okay. Well, yeah. We'll see if it ends up being weird. Then I may have to switch it over to something else. Yeah, Unity's just sitting there. Come on, Unity. Come on, Unity. Do 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 do. You do 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 do. Raffle? I can do a raffle.
I like the question mark.
We'll do a raffle.
Mic check still working for me?
Yep.
Yeah, you're screwing things up though.
All right.
You don't have the FBI voice modulator thing on.
No, I don't.
We are alive.
Like cool things. A raffle for cool things has begun. See if it works. Should work. If it did that much, it works. I'm gonna join in. Watch me. I'm gonna win.
You're gonna win.
Totally gonna win. Own these noobs. Oh, come on, Unity. It's just sitting on the black screen. Oh, no, it finally put a dialogue up. Are you really gonna do it?
Voices. Chris is much louder.
Okay, that's what. See, it was doing something weird there. So let me go and do this. I think this is supposed to be. That should be using that one. That should be device. That should be on the. No, not the Yeti speakers. The. Oh my goodness, I forget. I've got to go look. Laney put it in chat. I'll have to go check it and update it. It will all be fine though. Why is that not showing up with the? Put that back to default and see what happens if I put that. I think that's the one that's needs to be switched. There we go. That doesn't seem to be working either. How can this be so? Why did this change?
Hello, rating party from
There we go.
Instagram.
Okay, it looks like it's working now, right? Right, guys? Working? Working? Too loud?
Which part working?
Bueller?
The
Bueller?
voice?
Has anybody
Maybe a little
seen
loud.
Ferris Bueller?
Turn obscuro, you're confirming that Chris's voice is not too loud, and it's about the same as everyone else. It's working, we can hear you.
Oh, if I'd been thinking, I would have practiced some type of Johnny Fever impersonation thing.
I'll be doing that later on tonight.
Really? Well, I just meant because Howard Hessman died, WKRP.
Yep. I have a memorial show that I'm going to be doing later on.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
I'm echoing a little somehow, they said.
yeah.
Someone's Ravenlocks.
Echo.
Double audio, they say. Come on. Let's see. What if I...
Do you have your stream muted?
Test, test, test.
Also test. I didn't hear it, but I mean, I'm not listening to the same thing that they are. No one's commenting, so maybe. Now no echo and no Chris.
You coming across here?
Turn on that. Now? Nope. That's not working. You guys can't hear me, right? I remember how to stream it. Somehow got my numbers or my values got screwed up. Okay, they hear Chris. Do you hear the other guys? You guys talk.
Hello, test.
Yep, this is Keith, aka Sanio. Double is back.
CQ, CQ, CQ.
Echo on both. Technology, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the future.
That. Now?
Now Sanio's good.
How about
You're
now?
gonna maybe just talk too low. It's like Sanio's double now. I probably still double. I was just probably talking low.
Okay, well, how about now? I think this is it. I think this will be the right one. Right? It's
Is
good,
it?
right? Are we there? Don't hate me, Vulcan Jedi. I'm not a professional
Double audio
streamer
back.
like you. How can that have double audio back? This kills me. Killing me. Well, yeah, of course it's picking up the speakers. Sounds like I'm in a hall. Pro streamers, you know it. That should be on default. There, that is got to be right, right? That's got to
This
be
is
right. This one's got to be, this one should be on. Yeti, that should be it right there. That's what it should be right there. Right? Okay, so that's got me on there. One of you guys talk.
I'm saying something right now. Saying,
Are you? So am I. How about that?
Sounds normal. Ding.
See, part of it is they're getting like a 15-second delay, and so we think that we say, like, is it good? And they say, no, it's horrible. And then we change something, and then it's like, now it's good.
Still double echo. They have a bit of an echo. You have a bit of echo. So
Oh,
like
ignore
maybe
that.
turn down the volume on your speakers.
I could turn them down. I mean, maybe that's it. I don't think so.
Think it's bleed through?
Talk real slow. I'm not sure what could have possibly changed on this is the thing. I should be picking up the microphone, the desktop audio. But yeah, if I do that, I think they're saying they can't hear you. You guys talk for a second.
I am talking for a second again because you just did that, whatever that is.
What kind of loud? That's got to be it.
Testing, testing, testing.
I know it's my speakers. Don't talk to me about boomers. Get off my yard. Okay, and now I should be good too. Why am I getting so many spam calls? One of those guys doxed me. Okay, I think I had it good a while back, but I was listening to you guys, and you guys were like 15 or 20 seconds behind and telling me it was horrible, and I would change it. And
Sounds good now.
it's your fault. Okay.
Also, your auto warranty is expiring.
Just so you know.
My refrigerator's just fixed. We just went for almost a month without a refrigerator. Even more spam calls. I'm getting so many spam calls.
It was
It's
your
crazy.
AOL web mic, but it's good now.
I do still have a Yahoo email account. I still get made fun of for having that. It's not quite as bad as having an AOL account.
I think I actually have an AOL disk over here that I save.
Not a coaster. All right. Well, I think we've stalled long enough. That was an intentional stall so we could let people pile into the stream and get at least some people into the stream before we made some exciting announcements. You guys know that Elgarion is going to be able to give us less time in the short term, less time in the long term, but hopefully we're going to get him back for some more time after he finishes some of this training that he's doing because he wants to be a pub owner. Woody-doo, special him.
In the real world.
In the real world. I know. What's wrong with being a pub owner in the game? You never spill a beer there. And they're all lower calorie. But anyways, we were looking for people to help backfill some of that capacity. There's no replacing Elgary. Unfortunately, I just looked and he's doing some check-in stuff still and is still helping out. Just not able to help out as much. But anyways, we're doing some backfilling to help out with some other things and also to help in an area where we've been sorely, I don't know, I'm not going to say undermanned because no one's been manning it. That would imply that we were trying to do it and we were failing. It's actually that we have not been trying to do it. We probably should have been trying to do it, which is doing a bunch more data mining and automating some more stuff. But we have a new team member with us today. You guys, let's see. Can you guys guess who the team member is? Can you guess who the team member is? Oh, and then I will go take care of stuff there. Yep. Can you guys guess who Winston is?
Lady.
Oh, this is good. I was expecting him to guess immediately.
It's not me.
Yeah. Not Wizard Smoke. I almost put a picture of Churchill up over him to cover him up. That's what we almost did there. Vesper would be a good guess. I would like to get him helping with some things. Let's see. Do you want to? We could do like a game. I'm surprised they have not guessed this. Winston, you've done a good job. You've probably seen Winston in both the forums and I think he's been in game some. He's probably going to be in game some more. Probably running some events. That's one of the thing that, someone, Baron Drox says, oh, that's good. So, it looks like they are on to you. So, Winston, would you like to do your big reveal?
Hello, everybody. I'm a new guy. Still trying to figure out where to press all the buttons here. I'm working inside Catnip. Can you see my video?
No. We can't tell if you're trying to like goof on us here or whether you're not.
There I am.
There,
There I am. So I am Winston. Some of you may also know me as Winfield.
And yeah, and this seemed like a natural fit because one of the things that Elgarion was running that we were just like, we just don't have time and maybe we'll pick it back up again when they can give us more time was the fishing tournament. And so if we needed somebody who was a fish expert to come in, just for the record, when Winston may not run
correct.
fishing.
So as Chris said, I'll be helping with some data analysis. I'm kind of a data wonk and a programmer in real life. I'm very interested in the tournaments, the fishing tournaments, the treasure tournaments, the treasure hunts, and maybe even some gust ball tournaments again down the road. Who knows? So anything that's kind of player-focused activity is what I want to help the team do. So it's that kind of thing that my cousin Winfield brings to me, Winston, to help me focus my efforts within Catnip Games. So you'll still see Winfield out and about. That is Winfield. He's the player, he's the governor, he's the pack player dude, he's the fisherman. If you try to ask him a bunch of development questions, he'll probably send you fishing or throw a fish at you. But
So
no,
Winston,
literally,
for the player who, if this is any given player's first live stream, how would they know you? Obviously, some people know you, and we're sort of talking from that perspective. But if someone doesn't know you at all, like who you were and what you're going to be doing, what's the summary of that?
yeah, summary of that is I
You're a big
am,
member of the community already.
yeah, I've been a member of the community since Kickstarter 2013, helped back the game, and have been in Ultima Online since 1998 as a player, as Winfield. So I've grown up through the Ultimate Games. I'm a backer. I helped with SodaCons, community person, with Shroud of the Avatar, totally as a player. But now that they needed a little bit of help as well, I have some spare time. I am retired in real life now. So I asked Chris if he needed any help, and he said, Winfield, come on down. Come on down. Of course we need some help here and there. And so I said, yeah, but I want to keep my Winfield guy as a player and work with players. So my Winston guy is the database guy, help with some of the tournaments. You'll see him in game. And I got separate accounts for everything. That's pretty much what I do. And other than that, Winston, I just sit in the corner and watch everybody do their thing.
So Winfield's still the same old friendly guy, you know, just don't ask him, don't pester him with dev questions. Winston's the new guy on the block. That's the conduit where you need to ask some dev questions as you begin to understand which ones are relevant for him.
Perfect. I'm a role player from way back, so I know how to, play a ghost and a living avatar.
Oh,
Sometimes simultaneously.
I just want to say, and
Welcome aboard.
I absolutely welcome aboard. You've already made a difference on the team. Now I know, instead of knowing the 10 things players want, now I know the million things that players want because of your forum scraping to go and pull that with your Python.
I have a long list from the players for you.
And there is a hype train.
Which you go through, and I saw some of the stuff I was actually going through some of the earliest stuff. Like, we did this. Why is this post still here? We did this one too.
We're awesome.
It's something that's 90% this one.
Yeah, we're going to clean that list up, migrate some of the older stuff into an archive, so the wish list will be trimmed and current and actually get processed.
And we skipped ahead here. I got some things I need to do. One is I was supposed to update the data for the prizing. I did not because of last week having some issues, which I'm mostly over now. But the phrase, because of that, we're going to use last month's phrase, which is easy one, Happy Holidays. I did take the Christmas tree down, but I did not change the phrase. So we got at least half this stuff done. Happy Holidays. Because it's obviously the February holidays. Valentine's is coming up, right? I think Valentine's. That's a holiday. And yes, every level of the hype train you guys get, I will throw in an extra round of prizes. But it will be the same prizes as the last release, which means it'll be Yule gift boxes. Oh, it's going to be a bunch of Christmas junk. Dragon handle, Maplewood cane, large treasure pile, potted yellow cedar, animal spawner, reindeer. You guys want reindeer. Reindeer in January totally makes sense, right? It's always a holiday. Just for Lilybird. But anyways, sorry, this is actually a week late. We were supposed to do it last week. And I forget what day it was, like Thursday or something, I lost a filling. I haven't had a filling in like 30 years since I was basically a teenager. I got a lot of fillings when I was a teenager, but I haven't had any since then. I hadn't had any problems. But one of them actually fell out and was not a fun place because it made it hurt. And if like my mouth would like hit the bottom teeth, it would hurt. So talking was like not fun at all. And I didn't want to get on stream and cry in front of you guys for an hour or whine like a big sissy. But anyways, the phrase is happy holidays. For those, I guess we also missed the other part, which is if you are new to the stream, this is the Shroud of the Avatar dev stream. I am not in game. I should probably at least get in game so you're not looking at the login screen because ours is not too fabulous. So let me get in there. You guys don't get that dialogue, I know.
I'm going to introduce myself while you do.
Yep, and here's a couple other dev team members up there.
I'm Keith Quinn. I go by Sanio on the forums, and I do quest and level design stuff. And I implement pods, player hotels.
Ravalox, and I take care of dungeon rooms and do a little world building as well, and then various other operations related stuff, server stuff and things.
Lots of operation stuff. If you need, he's the guy that usually updates a lot of the QA stuff and pokes me when I haven't updated something on the QA stuff and handles a lot of the bugs. So he is the pipe that brings the bugs to us.
Oh, don't forget the Bug Brigade, because they do a lot more than I do.
Brigade. And then above us here, we already went over this guy up here, Mr. Winston. But, all right, now I'm in game, so I can at least have Ordinus Mortis in the background. So we're here today to talk about the last release. Again, there's always all sorts of crazy stuff going on. But I want to just at least run down the list of stuff. You guys have seen the patch notes, but I may have a little bit extra to add to these. This was the first release. When we were talking over with Elgarion having a reduced time, I talked to him about what stuff he should be doing. And doing the release patch notes, huge chunk of time. I think because he was trying to live up to the standards that Star set, which Star set the bar like crazy, stupid high. I'm not that good. I'm not Star. I got too much other junk to do, and that's kind of we got to the point where it was the same thing for Elgarion. So this is the first release. If you looked at the patch notes and said, what clown did those? This clown. But I tried to do a decent job and get the important stuff out there. I left out a lot of the fluff and a lot of screenshots. And the screenshots I did, those are programmer right there. So that's, in case you're looking at it and thinking it didn't look as good as the other guys. The important thing is it has the data there that you guys care about most as the long-term players at least. It's just missing a lot of the fluff that probably newer players appreciate. But it does have the full change list of here's all the stuff that happened. So this release, and actually we'll go into what's coming in for next release here in a bit, which I'll give some spoilers in just a minute. But this release we added 3 more cats. I think one of them was just really skin variations, and then the other 2 were more slight variations. So those got the models, those got the pet versions done in game. I know I've been hearing people complaining about them not spawning enough, and I just ignored them. And then sure enough, they get there, so then they quit complaining. So that's how I fix things now. Is if there's something that doesn't happen enough and you guys want it to happen more, is I just ignore you until you try hard enough and you get one. So, but anyways, it does make it that much more satisfying when you get them. I think that was just the Obsidians.
What are the 3 types of cats that came in?
The new types of cats. What's going on back there, fish? We're making noise. But the new types of cats are the jaguars, the Black Panthers, and Snow Tigers. Now, those got done, those got in. They do not have their unique roars. In the next release, you will get. They will have unique roars, which will matter. I think it probably matters enough more for the other cats. Sorry, I was making sure I tracked Hype Train to know how many extra rounds to do. Just 1. Tameable bark spiders. I can get that on my list. It may already be on my list. It just got pushed down. But anyways, those the new cats were all tameable this release. The old cats got their roars. Next release, the new cats are going to get their roars. There's going to be 3 more cats in the next release, which I think some more epic-y type stuff. I think like saber-toothed tigers or snow saber-toothed tigers are going to be coming along. I forget what the other 2 types of cats are. but hopefully I'm going to be able to get those guys. Those will get done early enough that I can get the roars in for those. We will also the riding of cats. I pushed Damon on it, but he really wanted to get the other cats done and then go back and do the writing. There's going to be some animation work to do for the writing stuff. So he just wanted to get them all done at once, get all the cats, big cats done, and then go back and get the writing. Because that is one of the things that is on our short list. And I was hoping to get done this release, but it'll be done, hopefully it'll be done next release. It's just one of those things that requires more work than it appears. Because it just looks like it's like, if you had a G.I. Joe, you can stick a G.I. Joe on a cat, you can stick him on a horse, you can stick him on anything. It's easy. It should be just that easy to do the same thing with a player, right? Well, it turns out it is not quite that easy to get them on there. There's actually a lot of animation work and timing stuff that has to go down, and positioning and setting up bones to know where they attach. The player bone attaches.
A couple people wondering if it's a lynx or a bobcat, but it is not.
No.
The new cat coming up.
Do you remember what the other two are?
I forget what the other two.
Yeah, I forget what the other two are, but again, there will be Sabretooth will be the big one. I think that's going to come out, and that'll be more of a epic-y type big kitty. Meow meow. But they're not in there right now. But they will be coming in there. Other things that were added, again, some of these things you guys probably wouldn't even notice, but again, it's just weird. The goal has been for every other release, we try to do a bunch of polish type stuff. So this is kind of a release to do that we were supposed to be doing bug fixes and polish type stuff. So this is kind of the type of stuff that we're looking at. Devil Cult snuck in a randomize button to the new character creation screen, which I played with it, which is great because I'm too lazy to go move all the bars. But if I hit that button 20 times, and one of them will finally talk to me and tell me that that's who it wants to be. So that was a great one. And it's just kind of one of those things that, why haven't we had it all along? We should have had it all along. Adding, let's see, Street Right to Right. And that's just player feedback, because I got that as player feedback, that they were having trouble finding it. And it's one of those new player places to go. And big cat trophy heads and rugs. I know that is a popular one and also a very unpopular one. Our trophy people, we have a lot of the trophy people, they were very happy about that. The not trophy people were not very happy about that. I know there's some cat lovers out there that said they were never going to go in a town that had anyone with a cat in there. So if you want to repel some people, all you gotta do is put cat. Added some more Lua functions. Let's see, some hooks to Lua so you can catch stuff and you can stop stuff. This is the Shroud on-play sound. These were some things I talked to some players. Some may have been having, were either slightly hearing impaired or were visually impaired. And some of these things came up that they really wanted to have in there, which is having it so they could catch sounds in Lua, so they could stop if there's some sound they really just don't like that we have. They can actually catch it and block that sound from playing or play their own sound instead. And that's, I think, one of the ones that came up for that was Jotungrund, having the wind on the plains constantly, the mood, oh, it's so moody. And then 4 hours later, you're like, I really wish that sound would go away. So this is one of those things that if you have a sound that really irks you, you are welcome to turn it off. The same thing, I'm pretty sure you didn't end up getting the other part done, but the same thing is going to be happening for VFX. If there's some VFX you're going to have in there. And I'm also looking at scaling VFX. So you can have VFXs where you can catch it. And basically what this does is it's just a Lua function where it passes you, here's the VFX I'm going to play. What do you want to do? And you can return and say yes, but I'm hoping to get that one so we can actually do a scale on it. So you can say, why don't you play it at half strength? I don't want to see all the fire from the whatever, because that's hurting my performance. That's what I'd hope to get done. We'll definitely get done the play or not play part. But that'll be next release. That one actually has a lot of tendrils that snuck out there. But let's see. Oh yeah. Yes, Shimizu is not a fan of stuffed cats. Let's see. What other big stuff did we have? Some more, again, more sound stuff so you can handle stuff. Let's see, Shroud scene music to stop or start scene music so you can actually control it in Lua without going to a script. You can control it for, you guys are doing great stuff with Lua, so loving that and trying to open up anything you guys request. We will try to get it in there. Let's see, some tons and tons of bug improvements. Pretty much every release, the guy who wins the bug contest of who fixed the most bugs is that guy, one right up there. He kills us all, but that is largely because he gets all the quest bugs, and you guys find a lot of quest bugs, but he does an amazing job of getting those guys in. So I could go down the whole list of quest bugs he fixed, but there are a ton of them. Just know that we continue to work on improving those things and also adding some new quests as well.
I grab a lot of little bugs here and there too, interaction bugs or world building bugs.
Oh, let's see. Big cats. Some things. These were again feedback from players as big cats were still pouncing when rooted, which makes some people sad because they want to root them and shoot them with their bow because they don't like to play fair. Let's see. This one sounds very important. This was one that if we didn't get this done, I'm not sure we could have shipped this release. Castle Atos. The factions for the chickens in Castle Atos have been changed to chicken faction, allowing them to be attacked. Very important.
Which you can also tame them.
Oh, and you can tame them. Okay, well that one is people would want to do that.
I had a lot of requests for that, so we'll make the switch.
Already got a ton of good feedback on the rewards. Remember, if you're a rewards member, you get some unique stuff that'll show up in your door. And actually, one thing we changed a while back, for those who didn't know, is for most rewards we don't make them unique anymore. We just make sure that they're an awesome value. Because basically for the rewards program, $9 a month or whatever, you get $9 worth of crowns. You get to support the team, which is also awesome. But then we also throw in a bunch of stuff, and I think the value ends up being month to month in like the $20 to $25 range. So we try to give you all the good stuff. So if you're not a rewards member, go do it. It's great for us. It helps us know, be able to plan consistent numbers and all that stuff. And you guys get a bunch of cool stuff out of it. So, but I was bringing that up because the rewards this month were amazing, and I already heard people telling me that they outdid themselves in terms of the visuals and the heart stuff and the footstools and the throne. I keep hearing about the throne. So let's see. Rugs on wall is now a thing. For some rugs, I don't think all of them.
The big cats, is that one in yet?
Big cats,
Yeah.
I think, can go on the wall, and so because those guys go on the wall, everybody wants every rug on the wall, which we will probably get some of them up. But yes, we're still going back. There's got to be some changes to them to make them so those guys can go up on the wall. But yeah, some rugs can now go up on the wall. Works for the dragon rugs as well. Yeah, the important ones. Let's see. Tons of deco fixes. Again, more Lua fixes. Again, just tons and tons of quest fixes. Some more balanced stats. Then my feedback right now, and just for the pet guys out there, again, at some point we're going to add more powerful tamed pets, give a way to make them more powerful. But again, that's right now I'm still waffling on what the solution is going to be for that, because to let you have more powerful tamed pets, they're already stupid powerful. You guys know that. But we need to have some other sacrifice you can make. And so one of the thoughts I was having that you guys can discuss in chat, rabble. But one of the ideas was to have a second specialization skill in taming, so you could put both of them in there and be double spec. Just a thought in terms of a way to sacrifice that stuff, but give you a way that if you really, because I know some of you guys are just entirely too passionate about your pets. But anyways, looking at higher level pets is going to be one of those things. Again, I'm eyeballing stuff like the saber-toothed tiger and some of those other guys. All the big cats, the very top level cat right now can't be tamed. That's one that we will probably come up with a way to make those tameable. I will mention right now the stats that I've been watching and the feedback I've been getting show that crocodiles, those pesky crocodiles, are still noticeably more powerful than most of the other pets. So I will probably take a look at those guys and see if I can figure out why they're more powerful than I expected. Some of it is just, we have like a million different ways and stats and buffs and things that you can improve and gear enchantment stuff, and some of those things end up matching up so to push some things higher than I expect when I test. I've been testing those things a lot in terms of DPS and survivability, but they're getting there. Crocodiles scale better. Yeah, and that's one of those things. I believe that, but when I look at the numbers, I just don't see why it would be scaling that much better, and it doesn't scale that much better in my test. So I'll continue to look at it. Yeah. Coswald has spoken. If Coswald says it, it's true. But yeah, I'm going to take a look at those guys. So expect crocodiles. I don't think we're not talking like huge like they were before, where they were supposed to be attacking once every 2 seconds, and they were attacking every 1 second. It's not going to be that type of nerf, but they will probably be brought down a little bit, just trying to get them in line. So, what do you guys think about the roars? Are those working out for you guys? Feedback, any?
While they're chiming in, I want to know: are you going to do all 3 prize winnings at the end? Or?
Yes, I do all 3 prize winnings at the end. We're going to make we'll make Winfield read the names as his initiation torture thing.
Nice.
Let's see. There's just tons and tons of fixes and changes. More than I'm going to read here, just pages of stuff, so you guys can go read them. But that will probably be, at least for the near future, what the patch notes look like for Shroud. Is they're going to be more of a toned down. We'll have what you want. You want the bare minimums of tell me what changed, and I'm going to get those in. We're trying to do a good job of that. We're going to try to get those out to the team so we can have the team look over, because there were some things I screwed up on those. I had people shaking their fist at me, which then I had to shake my fist back because I told the team about them and gave them like 48 hours to review them. But I'm going to try to give them a little more time to review those things. Anyways, lots of good stuff that released. Next release, again, there's going to be more good stuff. I mentioned the cats. There will be new cats. There will probably not be the riding the cats. We'll see. The new house that Travis made, I think, has done pretty well and got good feedback, and we had some requests for some more of those. I think he'd already started working on another one. I think he's going to try and finish it off. I think he said he was working on it this weekend coming up, so that'll be awesome. Again, probably plenty more stuff, and hopefully the new journal by the Devil Cult, the journal changes, those should be in. Those were pretty close already, so I don't see any reason those won't make them. But lots of new stuff coming up, and we got a lot of stuff to show off here, so I need to stop blathering for a while and get to, let's see, who wanted to talk? I know we got your stuff, Keith. Do you want to go next, or do we have Ravlox? You just have a little bit of stuff to talk about, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, why don't you talk about your stuff while I pull up Grusk? Or actually, I'll zone to it in game.
Okay, all right, so I'll go. So basically, there's issues with the spider rooms from release when they went in, so I'm working on getting those sorted out. Gonna get that done this month, and so basically the blueprints aren't dropping where they're supposed to, and I'm gonna go through all the spider rooms and make sure that they're all good. Hopefully by the end of the month, I'll also have fixed some more bugs in the dungeon rooms as well. I'm not gonna specify which ones, but I have definitely a pile of bugs in my bin, so I'll be going through those. So that we're also looking at the issue where players can't move player dungeons to smaller lots. We're going to address that. Not sure if that'll get in this month or not, but Chris and I are going to take a peek at that. I've looked at the code, and I think we can take care of it. So apart from that, as I said, I got audits and operations type stuff to do. I have some internal upgrades that need to be done that have been put off since September, when I went on vacation in October and basically came back just beginning of January. So that's about it for me.
I think anything over a 3-week vacation, you have to call it a sabbatical.
Oh, okay.
So you were not on vacation. You were on sabbatical.
If you want to turn around for a second, Chris.
Oh, too late. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. And this, again, was, this is probably even an older state.
They'll let you see it.
Okay. Yeah, don't look at that stuff. Again, that's why this didn't go live, this last release. This was state of it.
Yes.
It's actually
So,
further along.
So this scene is what we call blockout sometimes. It's all this wilderness stuff. You just ignore it. Chris, just keep going for the city portion of it. Episode 2 has our continent, Mistrender. There's 3 islands of Mistrender. The center island, halfway up and to the right, there is plans to add a kobold NPC town, kobold-themed NPC town. If you remember when we put in Tangomeyer, that our NPC towns in Mistrender, they don't allow for player housing, and this is the same way. It's essentially a safe zone in that in the middle of the town itself. There'll be quest givers and merchants and crafting stuff, all your usual stuff. There'll be like a lot of kobold themed housing. Right now, there's not a lot of population. The ground's pretty flat, but there's places you can go. We have there'll be a few extra bells and whistles. Some we'll see like in front of us in a second. There's a few floating rocks. Ignore those. So in front of Chris, there's a mine track. Hey, buddy. And if you watch the mine track, there will be a trolley. There's 4 trolley sets around here. And the trolley you can sort of jump on and go at slightly faster than walking speed around that section. So Chris has started in the docks section.
Yeah.
Dock section is mostly for it'll be mostly for quest related stuff.
I think your stream is like way behind. I've been on the trolley for like a minute.
Oh yeah, I guess I'm way behind. Maybe I'm gonna reload my.
There's a guy on the tracks. Watch out, dude! Looks like he's not affected by the track. I wouldn't have expected that.
All right, now I got a 28-second commercial here blocking me. So as you run around, there'll be like certain warehouses. There'll be certain buildings with decorations. Obviously, kobolds all around. You'll get quests from some kobolds on the docks. You get quests from kobolds in the village area. So the docks is down by the water. I don't know where Chris is right now, but if you go like up one of the hills next to the docks, then you'll go toward the village area. You'll see also like a big mansion. There's also an elevator, which you were near. I don't know if you've already gone up the elevator, which is great if you did.
I'm getting on the elevator right now.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm actually up to speed in sync. You got to spin the dial on the elevator again.
Oh, man.
So at the top of the elevator, the big thing you'll see, off to one side you'll see the Oracle Confirmatory, and then also there's a big mansion. So a focus of this is that there's the kobold who runs this place wants to be the next Grand Artificer. And the Grand Artificer is like the biggest top level crafter, engineer, tinkerer of the kobolds. The original Grand Artificer helped humans create the Oracle, so it's a big role. It's an important position. It's not the king, but it is definitely the king is in charge of people, and the Grand Artificer is in charge of the direction of things that get made, like these trolleys. And so a main industry of this town will be automatons. That's what its focus is. So there'll be a bunch of human automatons and all the other types we have, the monkeys, the cats, and dogs. And Chris is on the trolley, or last I saw he was on the trolley, just going around the Grand Artificer's mansion. But on one side of the mansion, you can see the smokestacks, and that's the factories area. The NPCs will warn you, stay out of the factories area. There will be combat that can happen in the factories area. There are some bunker-style tunnels that you can go through and in. Far, far in the future, probably I'll be adding some doors, some like dungeon-type things in there with some sort of factory-style game mechanics. Flames that turn on and off, choppers, extra boss bad guys. So right in front of Chris, there is a sort of a pumpkin garden inside that factory, and there's like a little wheel where you can turn on the misters. There's water tanks up above it. So there'll be like little interactables here and there. Chris is passing something that's very important to me, which is the bathroom. There's a public privy building right there that anyone can use. I like to make sure that my scenes get bathrooms. There's the little gazebo that you passed was basically a train station, trolley station, and there's a few here and there. It's got your usual accessories. Oh yes, can you throw switches on a track? No, you can't. The trolley just keeps going, irrelevant to you, what you do. So there's the usual things of the bank, the blacksmith shop, the carpentry shop, mage tower, tavern, and guard posts, and each of those buildings has the things that you expect them to have. Blacksmith shop has blacksmith crafting stations. So to the right of Chris, where he just was, that's kind of like the main crafting town square kind of a thing, with the most of those buildings that I just mentioned. So probably when players come in, they will probably go there, sort of buy and sell and make and check the bank and things like that. If they're looking to be inside the town and want to just go straight to the fights, they'll go to the factories. If they want to sort of do some quest in the area, they'll probably go to all 3 sections. And then outside the town, there will be a bunch of sulfur pools, and maybe a larger sulfur lake, things like that, and then a variety of bad guys that will be out there of the normal type. Be a little buffer around the town, but you get too far away from the town, and it'll get pretty threatening. So if you want to jump off the trolley, if you want to go into the factory area, I don't know if you have God mode on, Chris. You can.
I want to make the trolley go much faster. Where's the factory?
You pass it. If you kind of like look up at the skyline, if you look to see where the
I see it. I've got it. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay. Hold on. I need to turn down the time scale. I thought it'd be fun to ride the trolley at like 10 times speed.
Yeah, I think it goes 3 times speed right now. I didn't want to go too fast. Players can get picked up if you get too close. It's our standard mover kind of concept.
Mm-hmm.
If you sort of in the way, I'll point out too, like unlike some other scenes, these the trolley tracks are not hot; they're not electrified, so you don't have to worry about walking on them. It's all safe.
Wait, that dude's attacking me.
Yeah, so the guards warn stay out of the factories because these guys are all mean laborers. So this is a combat area.
Cool.
There's these bunkers, little side rooms, but off of what seems to be a side room is actually a hall that will lead under the mountains to like another exit. So there'll be combat that can happen here. Right now, there's some placeholder guys. It might be like a little extra pizzazz as we add improvements. It's the hallways are pretty barren right now, but of course I'll be adding things like lights and crates, torches, things on the floor. Probably not carpeting, but things of interest.
Awesome. And it's, again, this map is further along. This is what's actually in the live build. No, I'm not going to summon you over here so you can get it as a checkpoint and come and ruin the experience for yourself by seeing all the bugs. But this is what's in the live build rather than what's on dev. And just so you know, that's what we do a lot of times is we add builds. We just don't give you a way to get to them.
So the factories, the laborers are very defensive of it, and that's why they'll fight you. They don't want you going in there and learn the cobalt secrets, and that's pretty much where they crank out tons of automatons of different types.
That's neat. I don't think I've seen that geometry over there.
The bad guys in the factory area and throughout the scene, the easier areas will be tier 8, the tougher areas will be tier 10, and there might be 1 or 2 one-off guys that are higher than that, perhaps.
All right, well, off to a great start on this thing.
Yeah, electricity towers, lighthouse far in the distance, there's these what I call a wall of gears where you click it and things move. Eventually, the wall of gears might actually lead to something like you do a couple wall of gears and then the secret door opens or a locked door opens, things like that. I think kobolds need more interaction. They'll need more spikes, more hanging chains, decorations throughout the city to bring the city together to make it feel like it's a working factory oriented community. There's this functional thing right there. Those water tanks you're next to. It's not that big a deal, but if you look at the wheel, there's a wheel you can turn.
Yep, just turned it. Now what?
Turn it and look up.
Oh, okay.
You're just like releasing some pressure from the water tanks.
Yeah. Good view from up here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great start on that stuff.
Yeah, Grusk is the name. Grusk.
Coming to, and this is going to be in episode 2 world or episode 1 world?
Episode 2 world.
Episode 2
Center
world.
Island to the right. There's if actually you can go there in the Mr. Ender overworld and you'll see like a little docks and a kobold building or something as a placeholder in that spot. That's where it's eventually going to go.
There you go. There's your daylight. Oh, that's an odd sound. Let's see. So, do you guys have anything you want to talk about? I've not done questions in quite a while here. I'm trying to think if there's any other big exciting news we have. I mean, just having Winston, totally not Winfield, Winston. And when I told him, I told him he should put a little mustache, do like a little fake mustache and get like some different glasses than he normally wears. And
so my in-game character does wear glasses and has a mustache. So I'm halfway there.
All right. Perfect. But anyways, you can give Winston, if you see him in game, make sure and give him a hug or a wave or whatever, and be nice to him. He's helping us out. He's doing some great stuff in terms of pulling data for us and helping us figure out what we should be working on in terms of like feedback from you guys. So invaluable.
And I will be counting all of the chickens and all the privies in the game, keeping track of all of that.
Cool. News on movable housing. So movable housing is still where it was before, which is I've got about 3 houses converted, and I need to do the others. That's when I may actually look at trying to come up with some more automated way. Do you guys know how many houses we have? We have a lot of houses. But that was actually not what I was trying to get done for this release. This release, I was trying to really get done the ground flattener stuff in a way that does not screw over people who enter the scene on slow machines. So, but that the lot mover stuff, the house mover stuff, I don't think I'm going to make it just because that is insane amounts of data that I've been avoiding eye contact with, and I've had a bunch of other stuff come up. I always forget this is like the thing I always tell you guys, like, January's awesome. We're going to get a ton of stuff done because it's a long release, except it's really not a long release because most people are out for a week or two. And then I also forget that in addition to working on the project, I got to like be the business guy, and I got to like, there's like a ton of paper filings that have to go in, and sending out like W-2s and W-9s and all sorts of forms, and filing franchise taxes and doing books and yearly wrap-up stuff. So I always forget that, so I lost a ton of time last release in addition to all the other crazy things going on. I was actually worried. You guys remember about, I think it was about this time last year. It might have been this time 2 years ago. I used to, like, I was having like real bad problems. Like my eyes were swollen up and my face was looking horrible. And people were sending me some cool herbs, actually. I never found out who sent those to me, but somebody sent me some herbal remedies because they were so worried about me, which was like the sweetest thing ever that you guys worried about me. But it turned out I finally got it identified as I am allergic to one of the foods that my fish love. They love them, bloodworms. They got a lovely name too. No, not Gary Ganja. That's close. This was, I'm trying to remember, it was like thistleweed and cat nettle and some other stuff. But I actually looked up what they did and tried them, so I don't know if they help. I didn't die, though, so they don't hate me. They were trying to help.
Hey, Chris, let me jump in here for a second.
Sure.
There's more I could expound on. Trick Steve had asked where we are on some dungeon stuff.
Okay.
So one of the things that I'm going to be doing, I've been talking to players in Universal Chat actually over the last couple of weeks with this. I'm going through all the rooms. I'm actually going to make a matrix. So it'll be basically an online sheet, probably a Google Sheet type of thing, that will show all the rooms we have and which type they are, which interconnects they need to be able to successfully and not ugly have ugly connections to the other types of rooms. So it'll guide you along in that way. And now internally, I'm using that sheet to show me the path down which rooms don't have deco, which rooms need deco. In the end, every dungeon room we have will be decoable and then have a different version that will have spawns. And as I go forward and make new ones, there will be a decoable version, and then there will be a version that has spawns. There are obviously a bunch of issues right now with some of the ones that are decoable. Not everywhere is decoable, and fixing that. And then rooms that are supposed to be spawnable that don't spawn, things along those lines. So that's the cleanup. I'm trying to get as much of that done first. I really want to get the bugs and stuff sorted out and get this type of a process in place before moving forward and throwing new rooms into the mix. Once that's done, then I'm going to take all of the basements that are in the game and I'm going to make copies of those as dungeon rooms. And as well as make bigger rooms, taller ceilings, fancier stuff, and some new and different things. And those who know me know that I like to throw some interesting things into the work I do. So be careful and look closely at some of the new rooms that I come out with. There'll be some little special things in there. Okay, Chris, back to you.
All right, I was just running some prizing stuff here. I saw someone asking about emotes. So emotes are one that we're getting. They're asking about emote buttons, if they could have floating emote buttons. And that's one I actually love the idea. I've been trying to get some traction on getting like floating buttons that you can move around anywhere in there. I'm trying to think if there's anything missing now, because you can actually get the buttons in there now. You can create buttons with Lua and get them in there. I guess you can't trigger. Can you trigger an emote with Lua? I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any reason you couldn't trigger. We wouldn't let you trigger an emote with Lua. We don't let you, do skills or whatever with through Lua. But I think emotes should be fine.
Yeah, I think that would be good. That might fix the consistent desire to have the emotes being dragged down onto the activity bar.
Yeah, and that dragging them down to the activity bar. I think we've looked in. That's one of those things that it's like that should be easy, and then it's not so easy.
Right. So if you do it through Lua, that would allow the players to actually create their own, and then they could put it up on the UI.
Yeah, and if they want to, they could even do like a small bar of 10 by 10 or whatever, and put it in their lower left corner or whatever, and have all their emotes down there. But yeah, we should be able to do that. Again, I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to think if there's any reason we can't let you do an emote triggered through Lua. And I can't think of any, so that's one I think we'll probably add a Lua function for those guys, and then they can, the guys are getting better with the Lua stuff. How's the performance been with Lua while I got all you guys on here? I got all you guys on the stream. I know a lot of you do use the Lua stuff. It is significantly better, right? Monitor drops with Lua. Don't know how to... Come on, Coswald. You're a sharp guy. You'll pick it up. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought we had that. And these things are set up, so we're trying to set up wherever we can, expose at least the data side to you so that you get hooks. And when I say hooks, it's, for those who don't know the Lua stuff, it's not that tough if you go look at it. In like 20 lines of code, you can write something cool, and if you look at it, you can probably figure out what you need to change. And it's also, if you have an error in a Lua script, if you want to go fiddle around with it, just open it up in Notepad or whatever and edit it. If you have an error there, it's not like the world blows up or anything. It's just the Lua doesn't load until you fix it, and you got to do it and reload Lua. Use Lua for crafting, and Coswald will learn it. Yeah, I could have thought we had some stuff. But anyways, we continue to add more hooks to that. When I say hooks, it's like we give you like a function that takes anytime something happens, that function in Lua gets called with a string giving you the information, then you can do whatever you want to with a string. So that's how a lot of this stuff works, like the play sound stuff that's in there this time. Basically, that one is you get a play sound, and you get a string that comes into it that's the string name. And if you find there's a string name, basically like you could do with 3 lines of Lua, in case you guys were wondering, 4 lines of Lua, you could do like a sound, catch the sound thing, and then print that out to your chat so you could actually see what sounds are playing at any given time. Boy, would that be annoying. Coswald interest Lua crafting. Yeah, those are things that we can definitely get hooked up. The Lua stuff, again, that's really super easy to hook those things up usually. Now that we've got a pattern and we have those things to follow them. But absolutely get those guys hooked up. Let me see, I was going to do some player questions here, but I'm trying to make sure we don't fall too far behind on the okay, the prizing is working for a change. Yay! Speaking of the prizing, anytime I think of the prizing, and I can't count how many times on stream I've like clicked the prizing button and then done like a shake fist and like yelled like, "Undone!" Undone being one of our devs who helps us out, programmer. Just wanted to plug his project, Embers Adrift. Embers Adrift. They're kind of in a fairly early stage, but they're getting there. Let's see. Don't worry about it. It's just my dad texting me basketball scores. But anyways, you can go check them out. They're kind of a different game. And he is working his booty off on it. And so I thought I'd give him a plug just because he's helped us out so many different times on many different things. If you use the, well, there's a lot of stuff. I think he did the in-game mini-map and came up with that system. And the public API, he's kind of the guy, the savior of that thing, and put it together. And just a lot of random stuff here and there. But anyways, Ember Adrift. You can go check it out. It's a little different, but... looks like early soda from the Kickstarter. Yeah, so it does kind of look like early soda stuff. I don't think they're using any of our assets. They've got some better stuff. They're actually moving. He's on Unity 2021 is the other reason I've been talking to him a lot. And he's been shaking his fist at Unity 2021. Yes, Embers Adrift. But he's been shaking his fist. I think the latest one is the client, like if you have the client running for a while, it says he's not leaking any memory, but then it blows up to like 10 gigs of memory. So he'll probably really appreciate me telling you guys about bugs and stuff on there, because we all know Shroud has no bugs whatsoever. But yeah, it's a different game. It's kind of a old school, I would say, probably closest to like a EverQuest-y type game, but it's pretty much mandatory party play and some other stuff. So make an offer to buy 10,000, get a free copies of Ember Adrift. I kind of like that. I haven't talked to him about it, so I can't tell you. But yeah, that could be one that we start doing, is buy whatever and you get a free copy of the other thing. I'm trying to figure out how I could make that work. I guess I can just give him access, so he already has access. He can see what's in there. Maybe. I'll see if there's something we can do with that. I'm trying to get some more cross-promotional type stuff like that going. Always trying to get that stuff going. Talking to a number of guys. Project Gorgon's another one that I'm talking to those guys. I've only talked to him 4 or 5 times, but every time I've talked to him, he seems like a great guy. The guy that runs Project Gorgon. So let's see. Memory leak, memory flood. Yeah, pretty much. That's 10 gigs. And if you remember, there was a time on Shroud when we had that. And again, it wasn't stuff we were doing. It was just whatever specific patch of Unity we were on at the time had some big memory leak type thing going on. So Let's see. I'm gonna do some Q&A here. We got a few. Oh, we only have like 2 minutes left. I'm gonna do. I'll pull just a couple. I need to come back. I've not intended to be off stream so much. We had the whole month of January where I pretty much wasn't on stream because I was stupid busy and I still didn't get any of the stuff I wanted done. But now it's February and I'm kind of running out of excuses. So I'll try and get in a couple more ask a dev, get an answer. And we do also, even though we don't read those on stream, we don't get them all answered on stream, just know that that's probably every other one that's up there starts a conversation with somebody chiming in on Ask a Dev stuff. So we do see those. A lot of times it's good because you guys nudge us and remind us of various things that we were supposed to have done and didn't do. For instance, alley-oop, significantly more than 1,000 points of health. Can the crystal sword be adjusted? Yes, I'm going to adjust the crystal sword and turn that up. But it's that type of feedback of just little things that we've forgotten about that we just need a nudge occasionally, go and update. So but let's see. Here, I'm going to answer one question. That is, Owsley, will there be a live stream today? Yes. Answer is yes. All right, that's good. No. Do you guys want
it's actually worth it to say that when Elsley asked that, I jumped right into Universal and answered that live.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
we do see them, and sometimes it sparks conversations, especially late at night when I'm on.
Let's see. Oh, I like this. Platnia asks, could we have bonuses for pets according to the map we use them on? Like snow tigers are the strongest in snowy maps. Ooh, I like that. We do have, I added some stuff so we can add a buff to everything in the map. That'd be a good one. I could easily wrap that in there and make the pets, and it wouldn't be something I have to do per map. It'd just be, we'd look at the biome type and figure out whether or not they got a bonus. Maybe they only get a bonus when it snows. But I am going to go back and give some more of the cats. The 3 new cats, again, they're going to get some unique roars, and they're probably going to get some unique attacks for the next release. If Damon gets the new cats in, the ones you haven't seen yet, including the Sabertooth done, then I'm going to get some extra love on those and try to make sure they get their roars by the next release as well. That will be different. But I just remembered we have a thing to do. Are you ready for your initiation there, Winston?
I guess.
You ready to read some names? Are you on the chat, on the team chat? You ready to see how this works? Go to the live stream channels.
Live stream channels. Oh
And
my
see
goodness.
that annoying guy
All
named
that
PrizeBot?
data.
Look, see PrizeBot? He's our good buddy PrizeBot.
I see 3 prize bots.
So this works. I'm going to read off the name of the prize, and then you read off
Okay.
the 3 people who won that prize. Let's see if you can do it without further
Or the
explanation.
3 different blocks.
From the 3
Okay.
different blocks. And I'll do a raffle here after I do this too. First prize up is Yule Gift Box 2016 3-pack goes to
Ansha Layu. Gumarl Sternenfuhr. Striker Sparhawk.
and an animal spawner, reindeer, totally appropriate for January and February because it's still snowing. It actually snowed in Texas, by the way, in Austin. We had some snow. We did not have power outages and all die this time, though, so things improved
Goes
slightly.
to, the envelope says, Striker Sparhawk.
Double winner.
Skeggy Lightbringer. And Bridge Troll.
Yes, totally not rigged. Potted Yellow Cedar Tree 3-pack goes to
The envelope says Econdus. Aristodemus. And Swami.
And, man, these are a lot of names that I know on here. Large Treasure Pile goes to
The envelope says Stymie Savage Fury.
Long Live the Syndicate.
Gwendolyn Obscuro. And Malhari.
And the Dragon Handle Maplewood Cane goes to
The envelope says Owlsy. Fred Flintstone.
Now log in and go change that guy's name.
And Rowena Roseberry. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations, guys. I like it when there's people that I know that show up in those things there.
Yay.
It's probably because they're the only ones got on stream to find out what the phrase was. I'm sure everybody was saying it in game and could see it there. Sanya, we let people now if they're on two lists, we just let them win both. We're too lazy to fix it. That is, you guys can think if you like that, you guys should go try Ember Adrift because that's Undone's code. It's supposed to keep that from happening, but didn't work. So
yeah, one of these days might go in there and fix it. I'm going to hijack us again one more time.
Okay.
We have a few people in the stream who are asking about Twitch drops, which are like our streamer bundles that we're giving out to our streamers. But basically, that's where Twitch will integrate with our website, and they sign up on our website, and then while they're watching any stream that's getting shot of the avatar, they could get prizes dropped to them directly through Twitch. This is something that we've looked at and we are considering, but there is development that needs to be done on our website to make it happen. So it is on the list, but not currently being worked on.
Yeah, I've talked to Taz about it. It'll probably happen sometime fairly soon. He's just busy right now with stuff that's not Shroud directly, but is sort of Shroud. For those who know Taz, he's our web guy, but he's helping out at a data center where he is because his good friend who's helped him with stuff all over the places needed some help. So he's helping him out with the data center, and then that's part of what we're doing because for those who've known, we've had problems if the game has been down in like the last 2 years. You can almost hear me from wherever you are across the country screaming, Amazon, because it means that an AWS box died. Whenever an AWS box dies, my blood pressure goes up 10, which means that eventually I'll get my wings, I guess. But we're trying to get off Amazon. He'd been doing a ton of work to get that done, which is what he had been working on, or get us so we can move off of AWS. But now he's at the data center and he's actually working because we're going to be moving to the data center that he's helping with. So that's some of the stuff that he's helping with right now. But that means that right now he is the bottleneck in terms of getting that stuff done. But we do intend to do it. It does look cool. Pretty cool. I've actually looked in the code. It doesn't look that tough, and I don't think it'll take him much time once he has time to focus on it. For those who think, well, why don't you just go open up your SCP into the thing and change the number there? It should be a piece of cake. Oh, you have no idea how complicated some of these things are. The website is not a let me go connect with the FTP program and edit a file or something like that. It is it's the whole build an image, check out stuff here, build an image and all clustered and everything where it actually builds new web images that get pushed up there, whole new virtual machines and all sorts of insanity. So we have had multiple web engineers over the years who've come in thinking they were men and finding they left them as children or mice, protecting themselves and their fragile egos as they were introduced to the insanity. That's actually not a good thing that system is so complex, but it is flexible for somebody who knows how to use it. But anyways, I think that's probably. Go ahead.
Yeah, one of the other things I'm working with Tass on, so as I said, he's time slicing a lot, is Sodamap. So to say that Sodamap is on the table, and Tass and I have to work on that together to bring it back to where it will be more functional. So the map is up there. For those of you who are not aware of it, if you go to shroudoftheavatar.com/map, then you'll be able to bring up a web version of the game map and explore and search, and you can search for scene names and stuff so that if you don't know where they are, including some POTs. But the functionality has kind of been truncated for a little while, and I need to get into the thing and basically break into it and take over the administration and fix it. But Tass and I have to get through that. There's some code that needs to be fixed and interfaces that need to be done. Then we'll be expanding it and making sure that hot owners will be able to go back in there and decorate and document their pots again as well.
All right. Now I'm going to put Winston on the spot again, and go find somebody for us to raid while I thank some people, and then we can try and wrap things up. You want to go look at our Twitch and see if there's anybody else streaming right now?
I am. Yeah, double check on the master.
Oh, we get to watch
control
sunset.
system.
And while you do that, I'm going to thank some people, including Trick, Steve, Mal, Hari, Torque Live. Thank you very much. Z of Silverdale, thanks. I still also love the idea of the light stuff. I did not get it done last release, so I'm going to see if I can get it done this release, though. That would be like ways in your dungeon to turn off light spells, make it so they have to carry a torch, or make it at least turn off night vision. Night vision's one that still to me is like, that's just cheater mode. Thank you, Mandalar, Dices, again, more Dices. Aob Neil, thank you for the hype train there. Oh wait, we did complete at level, we did 2 level 2, I thought we only did 1. I need to do one more round of prizes. You know what, instead of doing one extra round of prizes there, I'm going to give out a big prize here. I'll give out like a, how about if I give out like a town, I'll give out a village lot and a village house to go with it. So I'll give away one of the new village lots. So let's see, and I'll give it away as a package. That way, in case a new player wins and they don't have something, they can have like a new house and a new lot. So that'll be exciting. So yeah, so do your raffle thing, get that up while I thank some more people. Pawn Air Pawn, Spellfire, Submarine Mike, Twilight Tempest, thank you guys for all the gifting the stuff. And Spellfire, Malhari, Treasure Pile, Bridge Troll, always thank you for the bits, and also thank you for all the streaming and making people smart out there. Let's see, Ultra Green Yellow, why thank you Ultra Green Yellow, thank you for the follow, that's so sweet. Skeggy Media and Keymans for Dinharu Live, thank you Skeggy for the resubs, and Keymansor for the bits, and then thank you again for more bits, and Ben Cannoli, and Hype Train, Submarine Mike down back before the Hype Train, Skeggy Media, Mythic, or Mitch, either one, I've discussed this with them, and Puddlefoot 21, and let's see, who else? I got anybody else in there? Tastygraph gave me a raid at 12. Why, thank you, Tastygraph. That's a good way to get it started there. Stymie, as always, thank you. That is pretty much it. So have you done your work? Have you completed your task, your quest, your mission? Is somebody fishing? Because I know if somebody's fishing, that's who you're going to raid, right?
So yes, the Coswald Dirthmeyer appears to be well ready to receive a raid.
All right.
From this distinguished audience.
Coswald, it's Coswald _ Dirthmeyer, right?
Correct, correct.
All right, giving him the raid there. Hey, I spelled it right. We're going to go give him a raid. If you guys just want to see how to play, he's a great guy to watch. Great attitude, too. Guys, thank you very much. Again, sorry for the last minute cancellation last week, and I was hoping I'd be able to do it. I did not. Oh, and I didn't finish the story of I had to ended up getting the dentist looked at it, and he said, I can put the filling in, but you'll probably be back in a year to do a crown for it, because it like part of the tooth broke off. So I got a crown. So I got a temporary crown back there. Not too familiar with the crowns. I'm not a big fan though. But no root canal, wasn't like down in the root or anything. I know entirely too much information. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for continuing to support the game, for playing, for joining us on the stream, for helping us also identify things in the game you want better. That's where we get most of our ideas, is you guys. But we will be getting a lot of that stuff done. I know Devil Cult's working on some cool stuff. Maybe next week or something. I'll see how he's doing on the journal stuff. Maybe next week I can show that off some more. You guys got anything else? Because if not, I am sending them on their merry way and starting my weekend.
When are you doing that village thing?
I'm good.
Oh, crud! Cancel! That's why you're here. Okay, now you guys ready. Here we go. You guys ready? This is going to be for a house and for a village, the new house that we just added, and a village lot for it to go on.
What is this, a raffle?
It's a raffle. You want to give away the prizes? You can go in game and give them away. Do you know how to create those items?
Say it again?
Do you know how to create those items? Do you have the GM commands down for those?
No.
Nobody? All right. I will do it then. You guys ready? Here we go. About to do it? Bam. Keymans of Sor. Keymans of Sor. Who are you in game, Keyman of Sor? Are you Keyman? For I am the Gate Master. Keyman. All right, Keyman. You are going to be getting a village deed. Congratulations. Now we can get back to that other thing. Raid Coswald Dirthmeyer.
Lainey pinged and said she'll take care of it.
Oh, you're awesome. And you need to teach this Winston guy a thing or two, apparently. A total noob in terms of that stuff. I know when you're new on the project, you're always like super worried about like adding stuff or doing stuff like that. So we do actually.
That stuff. It's just like you got to pick the exact right thing.
Yeah.
I randomly pick things. I hope you don't mind.
Let's see. There we go. That's totally fine. Yeah, just give away stuff. But yeah, that's we do actually have a channel, just so you know, that shows that stuff. But I don't even watch who's adding stuff anymore. 'Cause I know they're doing good. Everybody on the team. If we had like a team full of people I didn't trust, I would worry about it.
If you give yourself $1 million gold, you're gonna set up some alarms. By the way.
Yes, that is one of those things. Yeah, that does screw up a bunch of stuff. I have yelled at people for doing that before.
I'll use very small bills.
Yeah, 99999. Somebody added 99999999999 gold. And it's like that goes into our metrics. You know how much that screws up our metrics?
Yeah, don't do that with Kodos either.
Yeah.
No, I've heard that already. Yeah.
But anyways, we're about to go raid Coswell. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining us on the stream today. Thank you for playing. I do have double experience points on. We'll see how the ice storm, I turn that on because we got ice here in Austin and we lost power at my house for briefly. And I was like, you know what? I bet lots of people are like out there sitting home, like not able to get out. We should have double experience points on. So I turned on double experience points for you. That, and I think also like maybe Z or somebody mentioned it in my Twitter stream. So Kodo sale, maybe we'll do something. Is there like a Valentine's Day thing coming up? I hate even mentioning that stuff because then you guys don't buy Kodos until the Kodo sale happens. So we're not doing a Kodo sale. At some point, we'll see. We'll talk it over, guys. Oh, they're gone. Good. Okay. Well, now it's laying the stream here and stream.